Hey, what's up? My name's Caleb. I'm a full-time reseller. Today I'm going to show you exactly what I'm listing in my store as we head into the spring and summer months. Listing really good items during this time is super important because sales do typically come down in the summer months, so you really want to have great items in your store as we head towards that time. My main categories are clothing and shoes, so today I'm going to do a virtual thrift haul. I've already photographed and listed all the items, but I saved the very best items. We're going to jump into my screen and show you guys exactly why I picked them up, maybe even look at the listings a little bit. This first item is a brand I've been looking for a super long time. The name of the brand is Roback. This is what the name looks like, and that's the little dog logo. This is a very expensive golf brand and the resale market is still doing really well on it. You'll also be able to find it because it has this little patch on the back right here. And this one actually has an all over geometric print and it's in the shape of the state of Texas. The geometric prints are gonna sell for a premium. Unfortunately, this one did have a company logo on it, so I did price it a bit cheaper. I priced mine at $60 plus shipping, hoping to get an offer of $50 or more. This next item is one I found right next to the Roback polo. This is a G4 polo. This is another great brand to be on the lookout for, and here's the logo here. Zoom in on that a little bit. This is the logo you want to be on the lookout for, and then this is what their spelled out logo looks like. Unfortunately, this one did have a very small hole in the shoulder that I didn't see when I was at the thrift store. There was one exactly like this on eBay that sold for $40 plus shipping, so I listed mine for $35 because of that little hole. I'd take anything $25 or more just because of that damage. I would say on average you can expect a G4 polo to sell anywhere from $35 to $50 or even more if it has a great pattern on it. This next item is a Planet Eclipse paintball jersey. It has these really thick pads on it, and this is the logo. Anytime I see some unique sporting goods type of equipment, I usually try to look it up, especially when it kind of still falls into the clothing category. I forgot to take a picture, but this item did have a small material tag down in the side, and it said the model name on it. The model name for this one was the Overload padded jersey. When I looked that up on eBay, there was lots of results, and I listed mine for $30 plus shipping. I paid $15 for this Polo Jeans Co. denim jacket. This one had a really cool look to it. Here's the tag. It also had this really nice leather patch on the back. I saw some sold comps kind of all over the place. That's pretty typical with the better Ralph Lauren items, but I listed mine for $45 plus shipping. I'm happy to pay up $15 on an item that's just a really good item from a really strong brand. I paid $12 for these Peter Millar shorts. They were new with tags, which is why I was willing to pay up to $12 for them. This is from the Crown Sport line, which is a good one to be on the lookout for. And this style code right here, MS20EP01, I typed that into Google and that's how I found the exact model name for these shorts. I actually went to Peter Millar's website as well and figured out that this BEEWD stands for the Beechwood color, so I was able to include that in my listing as well. So I just pulled up my listing so you guys can see how I listed this item. When I looked it up, they were called the Shackelford Performance Hybrid shorts. So I made sure to put golf in the title because golfers are going to be looking for this. Crown Sport is another good thing to have in the title because that's the nice line of Peter Millar that it is, and then that model name of Shackelford Performance Hybrid. It's kind of a mouthful. But I obviously listed these for $50 plus shipping. I already got one watcher on it and just listed yesterday, so we'll see. So on this next item, I really paid up for these. I actually paid $22 for them, but this is a pair of Grayson golf pants. You'll find their spell out logo on kind of a gray strip, and you'll also see this wolf logo sometimes. The reason I was willing to pay up for these is because the sell-through rate was extremely high. We're heading into golf season, and these are golf pants, and the used sales prices on these were anywhere from $50 to $90. Of course, it's a bigger gamble to invest the $22 in just one item, but I really don't mind when I know it's gonna sell super fast and for really good money. They actually make golf joggers as well, and those sell even better than the pants. This next item I picked up because it was very affordable for what it was. I paid between $4 and $5 for this, and I actually got a lot of similar items to this, but this is a brand new with tags B. Draddy golf polo. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, I'm just guessing. But this actually had some embroidery on it, which at first I passed right by these items because I didn't recognize this. But when I saw that it said championship and not golf club or country club, I thought to myself, this might be a well-known tournament, and I typed it in and it actually is one that's on the PGA Tour. I wouldn't say that it adds value, but it did make these items very profitable because it didn't take away significant value, and this was a brand new with tags polo in, I would say, a mid to upper level golf brand. The really nice thing about these though is that I got 6 or 7 of the same brand in different cuts and styles styles, all from the same golf tournament. And once again, you'll see a theme here with the golf apparel. This is the perfect time of year to be selling this stuff. So to have new tags in a decent brand and with a good tournament embroidered on there, I really wasn't going to turn down these items for under $5, especially because I got lots of very similar items so I can list them very quickly. The best one I found was this one with the all over camo print. So I listed this one for $35 plus shipping. Here's another golf brand to be on the lookout for. The brand is Holderness and Bourne. The polos sell pretty well. Here's a better look at the tag. Of course, anything with a really expensive golf course on it or with a geometric print are going to be the best money makers in these brands. But this is one of the better brands, so I would still pick up just more basic polos in this brand as long as the size is good and the condition is perfect. I listed this one for $35 plus shipping. Here's another pair of Peter Millar pants. I paid $9 for these. These ones were not new at tag, so I had to go on the hunt for that style code. It's on this tag here underneath the material tag. It's the one that starts with the MS19. I kind of had to guess on some of these because they stitched the extra button in the middle of the model number, but I was able to figure out from their website that these were the Durham High Drape Performance Golf Chinos. They honestly weren't selling for as much as I had hoped because they did have that nice performance feel to it, but sometimes when you're at the thrift store and you buy something, you just have to go home and you list it at what the comps say. If you list it at what you think it was going to sell for when you purchased it, you're never going to sell that item if it's overpriced. This next item is a pair of cargo shorts, but they are from the brand CC Filson, which really elevates the value because that's an amazing brand. I would say this isn't really the best item from that brand to be finding, but I'm never going to be upset for finding such a solid brand. These actually already sold in less than one day for $31 plus shipping. There was one other comp for this exact model and it was for $30 plus shipping, so I thought I was, being a little bit ambitious by listing at $35 plus shipping, but it sold in less than a day, so maybe I underpriced it. Here we have another pair of Peter Millar golf shorts. I paid $4 for these, but the reason that these ones were amazing is it had this all over print with the skull pattern. Anything with the golf brands with the skull pattern is definitely going to elevate the value. I don't really know what that correlation is, but anytime I found a skull all over pattern on pretty much anything that was already a good item, it just helps the value. Once again, I went to this tag to get the model number and find out the exact model name. Because of that, I found out that these were the Carborough shorts, and these normally sell for about $20 to $25, so the fact that these are selling for about $40 can tell you how good that skull print really is. I paid $6 for this Ralph Lauren denim shirt. This is a nice little bread and butter item. Anytime I see denim shirts from the good brands, those are the better items from those brands that are a little bit more desirable. This one also had the colorful pony logo, which is actually called the Flesh Pony when you want to type in the right keyword. And this item actually sold in a day as well for $19 plus shipping. For some of you, $19 might seem like a low offer to accept on a $26 item, but on these little bread and butter items, you really don't want to miss the opportunity to make a quick sale because your listing might start to get buried in the algorithm and you might be holding on to it for a long time. I wouldn't say that's true with every item, but especially on these very basic bread and butter items. I paid $3 for this Nike shirt. This did have 3 buttons at the top, but does not have a collar. So I wasn't sure if this was a Henley shirt or if this was a golf polo without the collar, which they call a blade collar. So what I did was I actually typed in both into the title so people could kind of make the decision for themselves. And this item sold for $17 within a day as well. This is another great example of that principle I was just telling you guys about. Like $17 is a little bit of a lower offer than I'd like to accept, but I had already countered back and forth with this person and they seemed like they weren't really budging much on their price. And I just wanted to sell this item quick because I knew I bought it cheap. And I'd rather make that sale than just hold on to this all summer long and have to sell it when it hits my markdown sales in like 6 months. And here are a pair of Nike shorts that I paid $5 for as well. And this is the same story as the last two. This one has already sold. It sold on an offer for $19 plus shipping. I'm still making about $12, $13 on that after making a little bit on the shipping. It's really hard to complain when you're selling profitable items in less than a day. You just got to take that money and then reinvest that back into your business and call it a win. This next item is a Johnny O sweater. The reason I grabbed this one is it was a merino wool blend. This is not an item I would pick up if it didn't have that upgraded material, but because it had merino wool in it, that made the item just good enough to be worth paying about $5 for it. I listed it for $28 plus shipping. I paid $5 for these CCM skate pants. I'll be completely honest, I really did not know much about this when I was looking at it, but anything that's new with tags, I try to do my due diligence if it's cheap and figure out if it's going to be a good deal or not. Once I started typing in this skate suit pant into eBay, I actually saw there was really good sales, anywhere from $30 to $50. So I listed mine for 45 plus shipping, and I'm really happy with that considering I only paid $5. I paid $4 for this 511 tactical shirt. This had like a jersey stretchy middle here, and then the arms were like a heavyweight ripstop canvas type material and camouflage. On the tag down here, this number that starts with a 7, that's the model number for 511 tactical. So I typed in 511 tactical 72185 and figured out the exact model name for this piece. When I looked up comps after knowing the model name, the sell-through rate was way better and the prices were way better. This model is called the TDU Rapid Assault Long Sleeve. There were comps even used of up to $40 to $50, but mine did have one stain on the front. Even if it was in a less, obvious place, I probably would have listed it a bit higher. Just so you guys can see what my process is, when I see a flaw on an item when I'm taking photos, I just point to it with my finger like this. So that way it's very obvious that I'm pointing to a specific thing. Even just taking a picture of a flaw, people don't really see what you're looking at necessarily. It might not catch their eye. So I really try to make it obvious, and then I also put it in the description, discoloration on the front or small mark on the front or something like that, so that the buyer really knows what they're getting, so that you're not getting, item not as described returns and negative feedback and all those things. I paid $12 for these pants. This is from the brand Taylor Stitch. This is an excellent brand to be on the lookout for. These are the foundation pant, and the fit is the democratic fit. Unfortunately, there was a bleach spot on the leg and some little oil stains near the knee. If it weren't for that, these would have been probably $50 pants or so. But even still, I listed mine for $40, and I'd take anything, $25 or more, because they do have those flaws on it I didn't see at the thrift store. But in general, that's a really good brand to be on the lookout for. Even in other items like jackets would be really good, and even shirts are probably worth looking up. This next one is an item I've never seen before. It's actually a collab between LL Bean and the Peanuts. Here's a little close up on the graphic and the tag here. Now the sell-through rate is quite slow on this item because it's such a specific thing, but the sold prices were really good on eBay, even up to $35, $40, and 2XL was a great size. And also with the theme being around hunting, I knew that in the fall this would be a really good item. Unfortunately, there were some oil stains on the sleeve, once again, that I didn't see at the thrift store, so I did have to list mine a little bit lower, but I still think I'll get at least $20 for it, and I only paid $5. I paid $5 for these pants. They're kind of in between jeans and pants. They kind of have like a denim look and feel to it, but I think that they're actually pants. The brand is Brax. I found their pants a couple months ago and they sold within like a month for me, so I just kind of took a chance on these. Fortunately for this brand, they do have the style and the fit sewn right into the back of the pants, so it's really easy to look these up on eBay. I listed mine for $30 plus shipping, and I'll let you know how we do on round 2 of selling this brand. I paid $9 for these 511 tactical pants. These were new with tags, which is an automatic pickup in my opinion. This is a brand that sells really well new with tags for me because people need it for work, so they just go out and they buy it. They're getting a discount from buying it retail, but sometimes you don't want to buy something used when you need it for work because these items only have so much life and you want to just start fresh with a new pair. Once again, like on the shirt, the style number is 74369. So if this was not new with tags, I'd be able to type that in and figure out what the style is, but because these are new with tags, I know these are the strike pants, which it says right there. There were comps anywhere from $30 to $50 in new condition, so I listed mine at $45 plus shipping, and we'll see how they do. I paid $5 for these jeans, and the brand is actually called Nudie. Here's what you can find on the back pocket and on the back little patch so that you know what you're looking for. And underneath the size tag, they have the style name and the color and the material makeup. So these were the Nudie Jeans Lean Dean Dry Cold Black model. So that's what I typed in. And once again, there were kind of comps all over the place, anywhere from $30 to $50. So I listed mine on kind of like the mid to high side, but I know I would take offers, even $30 I would accept if somebody offered on these. This next item, I paid $5 for this sauna suit. The brand here, this KW, stands for cutting weight. And you can kind of see that on the tag here. And this is actually a 3XL in their hoodie model. The body here is actually made of neoprene material, kind of like a wetsuit or something you wear to go surfing. surfing or skiing in the ocean. And this is more of a health and wellness item, so that does actually give it some more functional value than just, you know, a hoodie or a jacket. So after looking it up, once again, this is another item where there was comps kind of all over the place. Don't mind picking up items like that because I know that my listing skills are really good, and I really feel like I'll be able to make this sell relatively quickly for about 30 to 40 bucks. Here we have another Peter Millar item. This one was only $3 because it was size small and had this company embroidery right on the front. But I didn't mind picking it up because it was from the Crown Crafted model, and when I looked up the model number, this is a very recent model that still had really good comps online. Of course, it's going to go for less because it does have that company embroidery on there, but I still listed mine for $45 because there was comps of even up to $60 new. So even if I sell it for 30, 35 bucks, I only have $3 into it, so that's going to be a great flip. This next item, I paid $9 for this Polo Denim and Supply Henley shirt. It was new with tags, as you can see here. What's crazy to me is that the retail price on this was $60, but there was comps for $60 or even $70 plus shipping on eBay. I listed mine for $50 plus shipping just to try to sell it quickly, but that's a good sign when people are listing and selling the item for more than the retail price. Polo Denim and Supply is a really good line of Polo Ralph Lauren to be on the lookout for, so definitely look that up when you see this logo of Denim and Supply. I did want to throw one pair of shoes in here really quick. These are the Saucony Endorphin Pros. This is actually in a women's size of 8.5, which is a decent size. When it comes to getting the price off the bottom, when it's on this material here, it's not going to come off very easily. So what I do is I actually just mark it out with another Sharpie. This was actually marked at $12 and it was the half off color. So I paid about $5 for these. And this is one of the best lines of Saucony that you can find. So I listed mine for $50 and there's lots of comps for even more than that. This last item that I want to mention are some Levi's 527 bootcut jeans. They are new with tags. I paid about $10 for these after all the discounts, which if you've been following my channel for any time, you know that I really enjoy selling Levi's, and especially new with tags Levi's, and especially the bootcut models. So even if these were used, I probably would have picked them up at $10, but the fact that they were new really helped the value. I went ahead and listed these for $45 plus shipping because there weren't many of these Y2K models still new with tags being sold. But I felt like if I can sell the used ones from 20 to 30, you know, the new ones, you know, maybe 45 would be a good place to start and accept an offer between 35 and 45. I do have to say there's another YouTuber, his name's Big Yumbo. I've learned a lot about Levi's and a lot about selling jeans from him. So I definitely want to give him a shout out because a lot of the Levi's questions that I get and that I answer are based on a lot of the things that I've learned from him from watching his videos for quite a while. So if you're looking for another place to find high sell-through rate items and thrift hauls just like this, that'd be another channel I'd recommend checking out. Thanks for checking out my virtual thrift haul. I was really stoked with some of the items that we found, especially the Rowback Polo. That was my favorite one because I've been looking for that brand for over 2 years now, and that was my very first one. If you like videos like this, you want to make more money reselling, hit the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you in the next one.